Yo, what's going on? This is Rob from Breck Latney coming at you with another Tier List Tuesday episode. And this week we're just doing it straight out the rip on Griselda Records. Yep. Griselda Records, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and Westside Gunn. I'll be very transparent with you guys. All three of these members are going straight in the S tier because I just believe they all come with immaculate talent, in-your-face, braggadocious lines, a dying breed of a rapper, all three of them. Now, the bulk of this episode is just going to be about who outranks who, the best of the best. So let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, we got Benny the Butcher. Now with Benny the Butcher, probably the most consistent rapper out of the three, meaning that every verse he comes through with is always a treat to hear. I sat through the album Burden of Proof recently, and besides amazing features such as Big Sean and Lil Wayne on the same track, Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher has always come through on a very in-your-face style, a very quote-unquote classic delivery. He's just dominating the pocket nonstop. And the amount of confidence in every word this man says is bar none untouchable, which is really the whole selling point of Griselda, which is grizzly, in your face. This is what hip hop used to be, with a breath of fresh air. But I'm gonna have Benny the Butcher be right behind the top member of the group that I feel personally is the face of the whole group at the moment, and that is easily Westside Gunn. Now, the main thing about Griselda is each member has the same trait that the other member has. So if it's a dominant pocket or very braggadocious and confident pen game, what really sets them apart is almost these, for lack of a better term, gimmicks. You know what? I won't even say gimmicks. I'll say, hear me out, for example. Westside Gunn, what makes him so marketable is the fact that my man has dropped the same ad-lib on almost every song. And if you know any Westside Gunn song, it's the charming, loud, braggadocious boom, 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 every time. My man went down to a freestyle, didn't even have to drop a bar. He just dropped his ad-lib and it was done. But when he does decide to rap, it is loud, it is braggadocious, it's always covered in those big old ad-libs. And it's very animated. He has this very animated and like very noticeable sound every time he speaks and raps on these songs. And that hands down is why Westside Gunn is the top member of Griselda Records. And the beautiful thing about this record label is they each have their own respectable singles career. With, you know, like I said, Benny the Butcher dropping Burden of Proof. Westside Gunn, I know this isn't his most recent album, but dropping Pray for Paris, that was an amazing project. And then Conway the Machine dropping, I believe it was called, it's like King to a God or something like that. I'll correct it right here in the video, don't matter. Speaking of Conway the Machine, who, before I even jump into it, the fact that my man was able to stand toe to toe with Method Man says enough already. Talks about their talent right there. Alright, so a quick rundown of this rap group we have, the tier list. At the very top of the group, the face of it, the selling point of Griselda. Not to say that Benny the Butcher or Conway the Machine can't sell records, because that's far from the truth. Conway the Machine is the quote-unquote star of this whole group. And then I didn't even get started on when they all three come together and have a Griselda track. There's just a raw atmosphere about everything they do. Okay. So one last time, we got Westside Gunn at the very top, Benny the Butcher right behind, and at the bottom is Conway the Machine, who I didn't get a chance to go down in depth. First and foremost, most respect to be able to get off of his feet after the life he lived beforehand. Hence, getting shot in the face and still being able to drop massive bars. Conway, only reason I put Conway the Machine on the bottom is because, first and foremost, can rap his ass off. Pen game is strong, dominates pockets, all the same positive traits that his other record mates have. The only thing that subject matter, I can appreciate Conway the Machine a lot more than the other two, but I don't always get the same consistency that I get from Benny, and I don't have like the quote-unquote star delivery that Westside Gunn has. So to be the bottom of an S tier rank is still nothing to scuff at. He's literally only there because he can do what they do just as good, but there's not much else. You guys figure that out.